welcome to SS MultiMedia. I'm Kritika Balakanda, and today we are going to be finding the halfway number. The objective for today is understanding how to find the halfway number of a number line. Let's get started. So the first question is, find the halfway point of 40 and 50. So it's 40 and 50, we underlined it. And now we're just going to see, if you see right here, if you follow my mouse, the numbers are 40 through 50. So they're 40 through 50, and we want to know the halfway point. So we want to know the halfway point of 40 and 50. And something I do to find the halfway point most of the time is, let me just scroll down. I just get another color. Let's get green. I just get another color and I put dots, or I either put dots or cross off the number on both sides. So like I do it from here to here. Here, I'll show you how to do it. So basically, I either cross off the number like that, or I put dots to represent it. And I'm going to put dots because I just like it better. So you put dots on one side, and you go to 50. After you put a dot on 40, you go to 50, the other side, the other end. And you put a dot on 50, and then you go to 41, and you put a dot there. And now 49. So you're going to do the same thing until you get to the middle number where there is only one number left. That is your halfway point. If I'm making sense, I think I am. But anyway, next it's 42 and 48, 43 and 47, 44, 46, and this is the last one. So it's the last one. You can't do it on both sides. This is just single. You know it's the halfway point because, as I did for all of these here, when you do it to one end, you have to be able to do it to the other end as well. If you can't do it any longer to both ends, that is your halfway point. So basically, for this current question, question 1, our halfway point is 45. So the answer is 45. All right. So our answer is 45. Let's go to the next question. So the second question is, 650 is the halfway between which of these pairs? So the first one, we have 65 and 6,500. And it's pretty obvious that 650 cannot be the halfway point because, first of all, 65 is too low. And second of all, 6,500 is too high. And the halfway point, if we put it on a number line, let me get another color. This is A and this is B. And this is 650. 650 has to be right between A and B. Has to be right between A and B. So we know that A isn't the right answer. Next is B, 500 and 600. That does sound reasonable. Unlike 65 and 6,500. But the problem is 650, it's bigger. 650 is bigger than 500 and 600. And if it's bigger than 500 and 600, it can't be right between 500 and 600. For 650 to be between two numbers, one of the number has to be lower and one of them has to be higher. So let's write it out. One has to be lower, the first number, and the second number has to be higher. And the most important point in these three, it has to be reasonable. So the pairs have to be reasonable so that we can believe that it's the right answer. Because, for example, we have 65 and 6,500. That's not reasonable, is it? Because it's just not reasonable. It's pretty hard to believe that 650 would be a number that's right in between of 65 and 6,500. And here we have 500 and 600. They are pretty reasonable, but as we said, one has to be lower. The first number is lower, and 2 has to be higher, the second number. But here, the second number is lower as well. So that can't be the answer because the first number has to be lower and the second number has to be higher. So this can't be the answer. So let me just erase this. Keep erasing everything. Alright, I'm sorry guys. There we go. So we had those points written down. So it's not B either. So I'm not going to circle it. I'm going to cross it off. It's not B either. Now we have C. 600 and 700. This does sound reasonable. So we have 3 points. Let's write down the 3 points so that we don't forget them. First point is, let me just scroll down to make some space. First point is first number. So the first number has to be lower. The second point is second number has to be higher. And finally, the third point is the pair has to be reasonable. So it has to be reasonable. So these are 3 points that are very important, and we can also add a 4th point. So the 4th point is the number. So the number has to be exactly in the middle of the two numbers. The two numbers, let me scroll down, in the pair. So these are 4 points, important points that we just named. So this does seem reasonable. 600 blank and 700. This does seem and look pretty reasonable. And if we can look here, if we have 600 here and 700 here. 650 is in the middle of 600 and 700. It's reasonable, and one number is lower and the second number is higher. And this number right over here, 650, it's exactly in the middle of 600 and 700. So C, which is 600 and 700, is the right answer. And since we found our right answer, that means 6,000 and 7,000 is not the right answer. It would have been if the halfway number was 6,500. Would have been if the halfway number was 6,500, but it's 650 and not 6,500.